How to visit Machu Picchu 2024. Many travelers' bucket lists include a visit to Machu Picchu, one of the most famous archaeological sites in the world. This ancient Incan citadel, tucked away high in Peru's Andes Mountains, offers stunning views, an extensive history, and a window into an amazing civilization. It's important to plan ahead and be informed of the site's policies and best practices in order to get the most out of your visit in 2024. Here are some detailed tips to help you navigate your journey to this UNESCO World Heritage Site effectively and respectfully. Because of the site's high popularity and stringent visitor limits, it is imperative that you purchase your tickets for Machu Picchu in advance. In order to preserve the integrity of the site and improve the visitor experience, the Peruvian government will still enforce a cap of 4,500 visitors per day in 2024. Tickets can be bought via authorized travel agents or online at the official Machu Picchu website. Because the site is divided into multiple routes to manage foot traffic, you will need to select a specific entry time and circuit when making your reservation. It's a good idea to inquire about any closures or special events that might impact your visit. If you're interested in hiking, you should also think about getting a ticket that allows you to visit Huayna Picchu or Machu Picchu Mountain. These tickets are limited and sell out quickly. Machu Picchu has created a new circuit system with 5 designated routes in response to the growing number of visitors and the need for sustainable tourism. Every circuit presents a different angle on the location, highlighting various facets of the surrounding landscape and architecture. The entry time and circuit allotted to each visitor are strictly enforced. Knowing these circuits ahead of time will improve your experience because you can choose a route based on your interests, such as seeing the Temple of the Sun, the Inca agricultural terraces, or the famous Intihuatana stone. This method not only makes crowd control easier, but it also makes for a more immersive experience by letting you take your time admiring the ruins. Your experience at Machu Picchu may be greatly impacted by the time of your visit. The best times to visit are usually in the early morning, especially between 6 o'clock and 7 o'clock a.m., when you can see the magnificent sunrise lighting the ruins and take in a more sedate atmosphere before the majority of day trippers show up. As many visitors depart the site later in the afternoon, especially after 3 o'clock p.m. Visiting later in the day can also offer a more tranquil experience. Just before dusk during the golden hour, there are breathtaking photo ops as the gentle light creates lovely shadows on the old stones. Be ready for shifting weather conditions whenever you go. Mornings can be hazy and chilly, while afternoons can be sunnier and warmer. There are several ways to get to Machu Picchu, and each provides a different kind of experience. The most popular way to get from Ollantaytambo to Aguas Calientes, the town closest to Machu Picchu, is by train. The 1.5 to 2 hour train ride is a picturesque portion of your journey, offering breathtaking views of the Urubamba River and the Sacred Valley. You can select from a variety of train services, ranging from affordable to luxurious options, depending on your preferences and financial constraints. On the other hand, the world-famous Inca Trail is a trek that requires advanced planning and physical preparation for individuals who are looking for adventure. You will travel through breathtaking scenery and historic ruins on this 4-day hike, which ends at sunrise at Machu Picchu. Alternative trekking routes that offer less crowded options include the Salcante or Laris treks, which can be scheduled through regional tour operators. It's important to acclimatize before traveling to high-altitude locations like Machu Picchu. At 3,400 meters, 11,150 feet, Cusco is a popular destination for tourists and a great place to acclimatize before visiting Machu Picchu. If you stay in Cusco for 2 or 3 days or longer, your body will have time to acclimatize to the higher altitude, and you will be less likely to experience altitude sickness, which can cause headaches, nausea, or dizziness. To aid in your body's adjustment during your acclimatization period, take part in light activities, drink plenty of water, and eat meals high in carbohydrates. It's critical to descend to a lower altitude and, if required, seek medical attention if you suffer severe symptoms. Your whole experience will be improved by the gradual acclimatization process, which will allow you to appreciate Machu Picchu's wonders without feeling uncomfortable due to altitude-related problems. When visiting Machu Picchu, it is highly recommended that you hire a knowledgeable guide. Although guides are required for all visitors, their stories and context regarding the history, architecture, and cultural significance of the site greatly enhance your experience. A competent guide can draw your attention to details that you might miss otherwise, like the intricate stonework, the significance of the surrounding landscape, and the purpose of particular structures. A guide can be hired at the site entrance, but it's best to make reservations in advance with a trustworthy tour operator to guarantee a guide who is well-reviewed and speaks your language. Additionally, a lot of guides provide specialty tours, like ones that concentrate on photography, botany, or archaeology, so you can customize your experience to your interests. It is imperative to have a legitimate form of identification with you when visiting Machu Picchu, as it will be needed to validate your ticket at the entrance. Make sure to bring your international student identity card or another legitimate student ID if you bought a student ticket at a discounted price. It will speed up your admission process if you have your ID ready in case the staff compares it to your ticket. It's also a good idea to have a photocopy of your passport with you and store the original in a safe place because you'll need it for identification when visiting Peru. Packing appropriately is essential for a comfortable trip to Machu Picchu. It is important to use the restrooms in Aguas Calientes before entering the park because there aren't any inside. Pack a small backpack with necessities like snacks, water, sunscreen, hat, and insect repellent. Since the park has designated refill stations, it is advisable to bring a refillable water bottle. To account for the temperature swings, wear layers. Mornings can be chilly and afternoons can get quite warm. It is imperative to wear sturdy, comfortable shoes because the terrain can be steep and uneven. Make sure you have the right equipment and shoes for a more demanding hike if you intend to hike to Huayna Picchu or Machu Picchu Mountain. Since Machu Picchu is a highly significant cultural site and UNESCO World Heritage Site, it is essential that visitors follow park regulations and respect the environment. To preserve the delicate ecosystem and the integrity of the ruins, always stay on designated paths. It is forbidden to touch or climb on the historic buildings because doing so could erode and cause damage. Use the appropriate waste bins and be mindful of the garbage you produce. Take out any trash that you bring in. Furthermore, keep in mind that feeding wildlife can upset the natural balance and behavior of nearby animals. You can help preserve Machu Picchu and make sure that future generations can enjoy its history and beauty by adhering to these rules. You'll feel more at ease and have more respect for Machu Picchu if you dress appropriately for the visit. Consider wearing layered, lightweight, moisture-wicking clothing because the weather can change significantly during the day. Since there is a chance of sudden showers during the wet season November to March, it is advisable to have a light rain jacket. You should wear appropriate walking or hiking shoes because you will be traversing uneven terrain and possibly steep inclines. It's important to dress modestly if you intend to visit any of the site's temples or sacred areas. Covering your knees and shoulders demonstrates respect for the area's cultural significance. Large bags are not permitted inside the park, so think about packing a little rucksack to hold your essentials. You can guarantee a rewarding and courteous trip to Machu Picchu in 2024 and fully experience the majesty of this ancient wonder by adhering to these thorough recommendations. If you liked our video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.